Oh, it's not centered at all. Okay, now I enter. So today, I want to talk about my writing process. This is a question I get a lot. John, how do you write your spoken word poems? How do you write a Bible study video? How do you write a sermon? How do you write? How do you write? How do you write?
To begin, how to start.
And while all three of these mediums are distinct and require different things, for me, I employ a similar process for all of them. You see, all good writing, well, all bad writing too, I guess. All writing starts with an idea. And the idea is the easiest part, or at least it should be. You see, for me, this is the only part of the writing process that doesn't take place at a desk or on my laptop or at a coffee shop. The ideation process happens in perpetuity.
And for those reasons, I'm out.
That means if you are a writer, then you are always in the idea stage. Everywhere you go, the world is feeding you ideas and inspiration. And so the only thing you need to do in the idea process is open your eyes and log every idea. And I mean every idea. Write them in a journal, throw them in your notes app. I use Evernote, whatever, it doesn't matter. Again, the important thing is that you log every idea, so that when it comes time to sit down and write, you no longer have the "I have no ideas" excuse, and so you can just get right to work.
Were you scared?
Of what?
Getting killed?
You'll never write well if you fear dying.
Step 2, research. As in, the systematic investigation into and study of materials and sources in order to establish facts and research new conclusions, or to write something dope. This is a deep dive into the background or history of the subject that you're writing about. And this can take anywhere from hours to days, weeks, even months, depending on the size and scale of the project. Regardless of how long this process takes you, though, it's important to be very thorough, especially for those of us who are looking to write or write and communicate the Bible. If we want to create biblically based material, then we have to make sure we actually open up the Bible and do the research. And the cool thing about research is not only does it ensure that you are writing from a more informed place, but it also gives you tons of material to pull from when you enter into step 3, free writing.
Who does that?
This is finally where the writing part of the writing process happens. And ironically, it's the step that I spend the least amount of time on. Personally, I can only write for about 3 hours at a time. After that, nothing good comes out. And my rules for free writing are simple. Don't think, just write. Just like the ideation process, the free writing process is a time where you have permission to turn off the critic in your brain and just write. Write badly. Write gibberish. Write scribbles. Throw up on the page. Don't think, just keep writing. Then, preferably not on the same day, comes step 4. Editing. Now you can turn the critic back on. Critic gets all hot and bothered over editing.
I'm gonna kill your play.
For me, my editing process starts with refining a single section at a time. For example, after I'm done with my free write and I take a look at it, I might see that I have a section that has the potential to be a really solid middle for whatever piece I'm working on. And so I will refine and clarify just that middle section. I'll read it out loud. I'll change up some of my word choice. And sometimes by the end of one full editing day, I may only have what I would consider to be a really solid middle. Then once I have refined all of these sections individually, I begin to assemble them in an order and add transitions where I need. And just like that, you're a writer.
Yes! You're the man now, dog.
You've got your idea. You've done your research. You stopped thinking and just wrote. You've edited, you've refined, and assembled. Assemble! Congratulations! You have survived the wrestling match that 99% of people are too afraid to enter into. Now all you have to do is step 5, share. Hey friends, thank you so much for watching this episode of Behind the Word. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was encouraging to you. Once again, I would love to hear in the comments down below 2 things. 1, what does your writing process look like? I know a lot of you out there, you consider yourselves writers, and I would love to hear what your writing process looks like, how it looks compared to mine. And 2, I want to hear more of your thoughts. I love the feedback that I got last week on Behind the Word, and I would love to hear more. What are you thinking of this new segment? Are you enjoying it? And what other topics would you like to see me tackle on this show, on this new series? I also want to give a big shout out and thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. You are the ones that make this channel go. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon supporter and joining that amazing community, there's going to be a link here in just a minute. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do that and join this amazing community. Also, stick around and watch another video if you have the time. That's all I have. That's all I'm going to be able to get out. Otherwise, I'm going to keep stumbling over my words. I'll see you all later. I love you. Keep being awesome.